1 runs per game, and the first pitch of the game is a strike to Jimmy Rollins. Switch hitting shortstop, 226 average. The average down this year. He's hitting better from the left side, 250 compared to 181 right-handed. The 1-1 from Correa. He's down low, 2 balls and a strike, 92 miles per hour from Correa.
You know, this Philly team also good on the road. 16-6, and this is really going to test the Phillies. They do have a powerful lineup, there's no doubt about it. But they're on the start of a 3-city road trip here.
Line fair, right on the chalk and into the right field corner, and extra bases for Rollins to begin this game. A leadoff stand-up double. Rollins pulling it just fair inside the right field foul line. His 13th two-base hit.
And they just keep on hitting. Going into today's game, the Phillies hitting .279 on the road this year. Second best in the National League. They just trail behind the New York Mets, which are just fraction points behind or ahead of the Phils. We've got Jimmy Rollins, who's got a little bit of pop, extra base hit, and some speed now on the bases.
Manager Charlie Manuel. Switch hitting Shane Victorino, laying it down foul right by home plate. Here's the bizarre thing about the Phillies, who play, well, let's face it, they're playing a bandbox. But they have a better batting average on the road than they do at home. Figure that one out for me.
That's probably the biggest conundrum that you've posed to me today.
That's probably the biggest word conundrum you've used all season. That's to left center field, and Hairston making the catch. Looking to tag Rollins. He'll stay put for the first out. Take a look at the defense for the Padres. They're strong, and then there's Army strong. Find out more at GoArmy.com. An errorless season so far for Brian Giles at 382 innings played.
It's all about positioning, too, out there in right field. It's a good jump on the ball. It doesn't have the blazing speed, but it's all about positioning and that initial jump.
One out for second baseman Chase Utley. Average at 294, 430 on base percentage. Team batting average on the year 264 for the Phillies, but they're hitting 279 on the road this year.
This is probably, in my opinion, one of the most dangerous 3-4 combos in all of baseball. You know, usually you like to have righty-lefty. A lot of managers like to mix it up that way, but when you have a guy by the name of Utley and then Howard, lefty-lefty. Utley, power, average, extra bases. Howard, yeah, he'll punch out, but you know what, though? He'll hit him 3-run shot.
Well, throw Ibanez into that mix at the 5 spot, another lefty, and it's kind of like, yeah, you know what? There's 3 lefties, but get through it.
It's one tough lineup. It really is. And when you've got an ERA collectively 15th in the National League, like the Phillies with a 5.02, well, when you're scoring 6.5 runs a game, it's okay for your pitching staff to give up 5.
And it's their starting rotation that has had the most issues. Their bullpen's actually been pretty good. You know, Lidge not having the same type of season. That's popped up. And Kuzminoff squeezes it for out number 2.
Very nice pitch by Correa. Look where Nick Hundley set up, and you know what? It's all about hitting your spots. 2-seam fastball, and that ball kind of had a tendency to maybe run in and then towards the inside part of the plate, but it tied up Chase Utley nicely. It's tough to say.
We got a couple of chases. We got an Utley, we got a Headley, we got a Hundley. We'll keep it all sorted out. Here's Ryan Howard, the first baseman. 14 home runs for Howard, 10 of those coming in the month of May. Challenged him. Slider here, huh?
Yeah, it looked like it had a little cut to it, a little tilt, you bet. Back door.
0-2.
I know we rave about these guys like Adrian Gonzalez for the Padres, Chase Utley, Ryan Howard. Sure, they put up great numbers, but they can be pitched to. Remember, these guys are watching video. They're going over scouting reports.
Got him.
Curveball. You got the yacker working tonight.
Correa pitches around the leadoff double by Jimmy Rollins and gets his first strikeout, King Ryan Howard. The Friars coming to bat. Blacks Friars. It has Tony Gwynn leading off in center field. Then Eckstein in the 2 spot. 360 average during a 6-game streak. Adrian in the 3 hole. Then Hairston hitting cleanup. Giles, Coos, Hundley, Josh Wilson playing short, and Correa the pitcher. Tony leading off. Comes in having hit safely in each of his last 3 games. And takes a strike. This is 28-year-old Joe Blanton.
Well, Joe Blanton is one of those pitchers who can be really, really effective, like his last time out against the Florida Marlins. A solid 7 innings. He did not give up a run, but occasionally he can be a little wild at times. Sinker, slider, change up.
Came over from Oakland last year and went 4-0 for the Phillies in 13 starts. Was the opening day starter for the Athletics in 2008. Off the outside corner.
Here's that running fastball that Joe Blanton will throw 90, 91-ish. And what he'll do to the lefties, like Tony Gwynn at the plate, he'll try to start that 2-seamer in off the plate and catch that inside corner.
Got it in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blanton 6'3", 250 pounds from Nashville. Played collegiately at the University of Kentucky. Left field. Ibanez moving towards the line. The rest of that defense for the Phils brought to you by SD Storage, where $1 moves you in. Go to SDStorage.com to find a store near you today. 17 errors this season, fewest in the National League. In fact, their .990 fielding percentage, best in the major leagues. Ryan Howard only 1 error on the season.
Oh yeah, they can catch it, they can hit it.
You know, when we saw the Phils in April, Ryan Howard made a couple of the best defensive plays that I'd ever seen him make. One on a foul fly down the right field line, another dive into his right. He was spectacular.
Yeah, the one was over his shoulder as he was running away from the infield. You're right.
Ball and a strike on Eckstein. 6-game hitting streak for David. Inside from Blanton, 2-1. Hitting the inside corner. According to plate umpire Bill Hahn. To second. Utley makes the catch. And the second baseman retiring the other. 2 away.
Well, it's about pitching to the spots. And Joe Blanton's two-seamer. You can see the grip on the two-seamer trying to go down and into the righty David Eckstein. And by Joe Blanton hitting his spots, if in fact the hitter does make contact, well, on the inside part of the plate, that's why Utley is positioned where he is. So credit Blanton for hitting his spots.
Adrian with the bases empty. Near 400 on base percentage, a major league leading 20 home runs. Well, here we are at June 1st. And the Padres have the major league home run leader in Adrian Gonzalez. And the major league saves leader in Heath Bell with 15. On the ground to first behind the bag, Ryan Howard will escort it himself. And the Friars go down in order. Nothing to cross after one from Petco Park. Phillies.
Saturday, June 6th, and get the coolest giveaway of the year, a Padres action figurine.
Visit Padres.com to get your tickets for the Padres action figurines. This one of Adrian Gonzalez, presented by Chase. Raul Ibanez leading off the top of the second. He is second in the National League in home runs behind Adrian. Ibanez was 17. And Ibanez with a similar on-base percentage as Adrian's. But Ibanez leads the majors in slugging percentage and total bases.
Good command of the strike zone. Hits to all field. Just an all-around good player.
Well, Pat Burrell was a popular player in Philadelphia, but I think this signing and them electing not to bring back Burrell has worked out very well for the Phillies. That's ripped to right field, and there is a base hit. Picked up on the warning track by Giles, and Ibanez at second. For the second straight inning to begin this game, the Phillies have a leadoff double. It sounded a little funky off the bat, but Ibanez is still able to pull it into the right field corner.
It did, and when Kevin Correa is ahead in the count 1-2, he wanted to try to bury that ball in the inside part of the plate. Now here's my point. Raul Ibanez is such a good hitter. That ball may have looked like it was inside, but it was not inside enough. Just caught too much of the plate, and he can get his hands through nicely. A lot of guys might try to carve that ball to left field. Ibanez is good enough to protect in there and turn on it.
He gets his 12th two-base hit of the year. Jason Worth, the right fielder. One down low, a ball and a strike. You see the HK patch on the Phillies uniforms honoring the late Harry Callis, a longtime broadcaster who passed away earlier this season. Kuz drops it, picks it up, and still has time to throw out Worth and keep Ibanez at second.
That's a classic idea of keeping the ball in front of the runner to the left side. Leadoff double. If the ball is hit to the right side, runner has a chance to move up 90 feet. It's down, it's in, and Jason Worth tries to spin on it. Sure, he wants to drive in that run. But Kevin Kuzminoff down there at third base gets his pitcher one out.
Pedro Feliz, the third baseman. Looks at a first pitch strike. Hitting over 300 on the year, 302, but is hitting .413 with runners in scoring position this year. Fourth best in the National League in that department. In his second season with the Phillies after spending 7 with the Giants. Batting here with Ibanez at second, one out. No score, top of the second, early from Petco. Down and away. Phillies come in having won 3 in a row. They're 8 over 500 and have a half-game lead in the National League East. Foul tip.
Looks like some type of backup slider or maybe even a changeup from Kevin Correa. But you cannot let up in this lineup. You know, Pedro Feliz, sure, he's hitting 7th, but he's a guy who can do some damage too.
Look in by Correa, and Feliz backs out. Out to the mound goes Nick Hundley.
Don't want to cross him up here. To throw him back to the screen, moves up 90 feet, then with one out, a sac fly will score him.
Second series of the year between these teams. The Padres went up to Philadelphia in April, took 2 of 3. What was supposed to be a 4-game series, the final game was rained out, and the teams will make that up later this season. Foul back to the screen.
Let's go, Pedro!
That game will be made up in July. The 2-2. To the right side. Gonna move the runner along. Eckstein throws out Phillies, and Ibanez over to third, 2 down. Well, I mentioned they had a half-game lead. Let's take a look at the standings presented by Firestone, a tradition of innovation. The final is in from Pittsburgh. Pirates have beaten the Mets 8-5, so give the Phillies now a full-game lead over New York in the National League East, with the Braves at 504 back. You know, that's the kind of the shame of things right now, is that the Padres and the Giants, for that matter, are chasing the Dodgers, the team that happen to have the best record in baseball. The Padres 9 games back. If the Dodgers had just been playing like normal humans, and
well, I don't know how much longer that's going to last. I mean, every good team has their skids, and it's how the teams are playing below the Dodgers that if they're going to have any chance to catch up. But the Phillies and the Mets, speaking of the East, both of them playing great baseball. The Mets going into tonight 7-3 their last 10 games.
Same with the Phils. They won 7 of their last 10 in their last 3 in a row. Catcher Carlos Ruiz hitting over 300. In fact, in his last 14 games, hitting nearly 400, 396 in that span. 3-1. Keep in mind you have the pitcher on deck, so Correa pitching carefully here to Ruiz. There's a strike there and takes it to a full count.
I think you kind of smelt something there, Mr. Manuel, because 3-1 fastball count and threw a wrinkle in one. If you mentioning that the pitcher being on deck. Hey, why not throw it again here? 3-1 to make it 3-2. Why not 3-0-3-2? Fastball.
Nice leaping grab by Correa. And for the second straight inning, Kevin works around a leadoff double. A hit and a man left. Hairston, Giles, and Kuz coming up for San Diego.
Padres photo frame. Padres photo frame.
All kids 14 and younger receive a Padres photo frame presented by Macy's. Get your tickets early and save at Padres.com.
It's a nice item.
It is a very nice item. There, we got it.
Palm tree. You got the fryer here. Palm tree. And then you can put a little picture in there.
Which Mud just drew. And
here, show them a little closer. Go Pods.
Yeah, even in high definition,
that's my baby portrait. My mom sent that to me at my last birthday.
So the hair never really came in then. Huh?
Never.
Shallow right. Drops in, base hit. Worth giving a look to first base, but Hairston was there taking a little turn. And there's the first San Diego base hit. A little broken bat flare for Scott.
Let's see what happens when the Padres get Blanton out of the stretch. Notice the two-seamer bearing down on the inside part of the plate. Scott Hairston bouncing right in front of Jason Worth.
Right fielder Brian Giles. Brian saw his 7-game hitting streak end yesterday in Denver. Only picked up one at bat, came in as a pinch hitter in the 8th and grounded out. But the streak gives you an idea that those hits are starting to fall here for Brian.
He's hitting the ball hard, squaring up on some. They will eventually fall.
Another check on Hairston. Fouled away by Giles.
Knowing that Hairston has some speed at first base, you can see Blanton with that slide step of his. The pitchers really have to concentrate. If they use a slide step, they better work downhill. If they elevate the baseball, they can get hurt. Just a little lift of the leg, and that pitch looked like he was up and away a little bit. That's a good pitch there.
Ball and 2 strikes. Guys didn't really start slide stepping until what, about 10-15 years ago?
I can remember the first time doing it in the late 80s.
Okay.
20? Yeah, so 20 years ago. Yeah. But you know what? That's a good question. To do some research on who was the first, I want to say, A, pitching coach, or 2, pitcher who started doing that.
But it was all a reaction to trying to cut down the running game.
Cut down the running game, right. I'll bet you it was somebody against Ricky Henderson. Maybe even go back to the early 80s.
Or a Vince Coleman, Tim Raines.
There you go.
All that era. 3-2 on Giles. He's been off on deck. See if Hairston is on the move. He draws the throw from Blanton.
Well, Ruiz has thrown out almost 32%. That's pretty much the league average. 32, 33%.
Hairston not running, foul tip, and Ruiz unable to hang on to that one.
Trying to keep the ball away. At 91, it's a two-seamer with a little bit of run to it and rattle it around that Guante.
This time Hairston on the move, ground ball, base hit right field. Scotty picks it up and will hit on to third. Runners at the corners, nobody out in the San Diego second.
Great execution, and Brian Giles taking advantage of that full count. Why? Because you've got speed on at first base, Scott Hairston. He's off and running, so therefore Blanton, he's hoping for the strike him out, throw him out. Brian Giles finds the hole, and what do you know? The Friars have a first and third action. You know, Jimmy Lefevre, the hitting coach, was around the batting cage today talking with Gary Matthews, the radio voice of the Phillies. He said, you know what, Brian Giles swinging the bat well. His average is not indicative of how he has been hitting the baseball.
Ball one inside to Kuz. Towards the hole, Rollins backhands out at second to first. Wow, a run scores, but what a double play turned by the Phillies. Off the bat, it looked like it may get through for a base hit, and Rollins not only took that away, but turns it into a pair.
Folks, I'm telling you what, that is one of the better double plays that I've seen turn in a long, long time. Short hop, backhand, skid, get up, fire. Utley, a little fuzz on it over to first. That's quite a turn.
Right there, that's showing you why they have.
That's why they won the World Series last year.
Yeah, and the best fielding percentage in the major leagues right now.
Man.
Gold Glover. Jimmy Rollins won it last year. Wave and a miss by Hundley.
You think Joe Blanton is smiling ear to ear inside?
It's a big pick me up, isn't it? Padres do get a run. No RBI for
Brad Penn.
Check swing foul.
I've got a former pitcher look-alike with Joe Blanton, a little bit like Brad Penny. Built like him. He's got the goatee working a little bit.
Yeah, there's some similarities there.
Yeah, I can see a little bit.
The 1-2. How to play a right side. .348 on-base percentage for Hundley this year.
You know what's nice also, Mark Neely, about the scheduling? It seems like we're getting back to some normalcy with week on, week off. I'm not saying off, on the road.
Strike three to Hundley. Not all that time on the road like we had in April and most of May. Friars do get a run in the second. Phillies come in, leading the National League East, 6 consecutive winning seasons. Most consecutive winning seasons they've had is 7. Back in the Carlton years, 75 through 81. Pitcher Joe Blanton leading off. Now here are the Phillies. They're the defending world champions. Their second ever world championship last year, the first being in 1980. And people talk about the Cubs as being the lovable losers. The Phillies, you go back in their history, this is a team that has suffered a lot of losses in their history.
Yeah, I remember it was a couple of years ago when they said, or they documented the 10,000th loss in Philadelphia. I mean, when a franchise has been around that long, what?
Yeah.
So what?
That's just longevity.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, they had a lot of years.
Yeah.
When you go back 20s, 30s, 40s. 1950, they had the Whiz Kids, of course, made the World Series, lost to the Yankees. But a lot of years of frustration for their fans. Didn't win their first World Series until 1980 and got number 2 last year. He walks the pitcher Blanton. The leadoff man has reached in every inning so far for the Phillies. So Blanton hitting .077.
Well, Joe Blanton drawing a walk, and there you go. Joe Blanton on the left and Brad Penny, when he was with the Dodgers, on the right. They could be brothers. They both wear the high pants too, with the full colored sock.
Well, the pitcher on, Rollins hits it through the hole and into right field. He has his second hit already in this game. The pitcher Blanton running ahead of him stops at second. Rollins came in with a .226 batting average, his lowest career batting average going into the month of June, but he's doing something about it. 2 for 2 here. First 2 times up.
Well, he's one of those guys to where, yeah, even though it's June 1st and he's hitting .226 going into this game, he can turn that around in a heartbeat. And you know what? He's not wasting any time. He's getting that first pitch fastball. That was on the outer half of the plate, and he pulled it through the hole nicely.
Two on, nobody out for Shane Victorino. Corner infielders cheating in. Victorino showing no signs of bunting there. Takes low ball 1.
You know, Jimmy Rollins is close to a .280 career hitter at the big league level. There's no way that .226, .227 is going to hang around him for a long time.
Two 2-0 on Victorino, who actually made his major league debut as a Padre in 2003. Was Rule 5 a couple of times early in his career. The Dodgers organization. There is a strike. Victorino lined out to the left fielder Hairston in the first. Three and one. Big pitch coming here with Utley, Howard, Ibanez to follow. 2 on, nobody out. Ripped to right. Giles cutting it off, coming around third. Here comes Blanton. The throw's going to go into second, and this game's tied. Well, it took a while for Blanton to get around there, but the throw went to second base, and it's a 1-1 game.
You know, with the pitcher on second base, I thought the Padres may have had a chance. As you take a look at the grip, the two-seamer that leaks on the inside part of the plate, and get Blanton. I thought they had a chance maybe to get Blanton at the plate. He even kind of slows up there, and then he gets the green light. But by that time, the throw was thrown in towards second base.
Rollins all the way over to third. RBI single for Victorino has tied it up, and runners at the corners. Still nobody out. Utley coming up, and a mound conference. Comparison brought to you by Marvin K. Brown, San Diego's newest Mitsubishi dealer. We talked about the Phillies, road versus home, and somehow hitting better on the road than Citizens Bank Ballpark, which is known for its offense. What I mentioned earlier, a conundrum. Utley up the middle and into center. He gives Philadelphia the lead. Rollins scores. Victorino stopping at second. Back-to-back RBI singles. .34th RBI for Utley.
These guys are just playing good. Second in runs, 7th in hits, total bases. They're number 1 in the league. they're getting the early fastball, it seems to me, and they're taking advantage of it.
Being aggressive. First 4 batters have reached here in the 3rd inning for the Phillies. 2 have scored. Cleanup hitter Ryan Howard 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Takes up high, ball 1. The strikeout in the first is 59th of the season. 3rd most in the National League. Luis Perdomo getting loose in the San Diego bullpen quickly.
Yeah, there's still nobody out.
Three and 0. Make that a strike call, a late strike call. 2-1. Got to wait for Bill Hahn, don't I?
A little bit of a delay there.
Two and 2.
You know, if you fall behind to this Philadelphia Philly team with this offense, you're going to have to really, really hit your spots and move back and forth as far as your pitches are concerned. Catch them off speed because they're just too good of a lineup.
Correa's 2-2 to Ryan Howard. Got him. He fanned Howard for the final out of the first and gets him here for the first down of the 3rd.
Well, Kevin Correa, he's in a big-time jam here, 1st and 2nd with nobody out, and he's got the power hitter Ryan Howard, fastball up and away. You can see he's trying to mix it up. There was the one pitch, 2-0, right down the middle. Okay, now here comes the soft stuff. Back-to-back soft breaky balls, like he struck him out in the 1st inning with a big hook. That pitch there for the 2nd strikeout looked like it had a little hook action to it. That's a big out.
2 on for Raul Ibanez. First pitch hacking, fouls it away. Ibanez doubled to right in the 2nd. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. Strike call, 0-2. This inning began with a leadoff walk to the pitcher, Joe Blanton. Speed pitch pulled foul. Raul Ibanez, 11-year veteran, started his career in Seattle, went to Kansas City for 3 years, came back to Seattle. Signed a 3-year contract in the offseason with the Phillies. Got him there. Back-to-back strikeouts for Correa, and 2 down in the 3rd.
Well, if Kevin Correa can get out of this mess with just putting a 2 spot up there, I would say that's pretty good work. Ibanez way out in front. Once again, as I mentioned earlier, when they're creaming the fastball, if you're not placing the fastball, try a little easier. And it seems like that's what Kevin Correa did against Ibanez.
Strike 1 to Worth. Jason Worth. Rounded out to Kuzmanov in the 2nd. You see the numbers, 318 with runners in scoring position. Hitless, though, in his last 12 at bats with runners in scoring position. Takes up and away. Way upstairs again, 2-1. A lot of big names on the Phillies. You know, you got Rollins and Utley and Howard, now Ibanez, but this is a guy, Worth, who kind of gets overshadowed, but man, you cannot forget about him. This is a good player. Played well in the postseason last year. Hit .444 in the World Series against Tampa Bay. Three and one. Worth comes from a baseball family from Springfield, Illinois, related to the Schofields. Ducky and Dick Schofield. Full count, and with 2 outs, the runners, Victorino and Utley, will be off with the pitch.
Well, once again, Correa threw a 3-1 slider to make it 3-2. He fouled it off. Let's see what he does here. Runners will be going.
Victorino, the lead runner. He takes off, as does Utley, and it's low, ball 4. Milwaukee loads him up. Correa up to nearly 60 pitches now. Pedro Phillies. 5 career grannies for Phillies. First pitch strike. You got Brad Penny with Joe Blanton. You know who I got right here? Mariano Rivera.
Yeah, a little bit. That's a good call. Hopefully he hits like Mariano Rivera right here in this situation. Padres need an out.
Not a play right side. Phillies grounded out to second his first time. Phillies with the bases loaded this year, hitting .600, 3 for 5.
Let's see if Kevin tries to go soft again, as he got Ibanez and he got Howard to punch out.
Out of the full wind.
Nick Hundley better block this one if it's in the dirt.
Off the outside corner.
That was clearly a ball. Trying to make Phillies go and fish for one. It's a good place for it.
I want to expand the zone again. Takes it away, 2-2.
Well, this is the pitch you want action on. You want either a strikeout, you want a fly ball, a ground ball. You go 3-2. It's going to be a merry-go-round out there. It's going to be a track meet. Everybody's going to be off and running. So in the event of an extra base hit, that can't clear the bases.
Got him. Had him out in front. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Correa. And the Phillies settle for 2 runs. Phillies, beautiful pitch right on that outside corner. Phillies take the lead, though, after 2.5. Lolita's Mexican Restaurants and their new location, Lolita's at the Park, just across from Petco. By MTS. Save gas, save money. Ride MTS to Petco Park. For more information, log on to www.sdmts.com. And by Ron Baker Chevrolet, your home for the Silverado Superstore. Into the bottom of the third, 2-1 Phillies. 8-9-1 for San Diego. Wilson, then the pitcher Correa, and Tony Gwynn Jr. That is inside. Jamie Zaninovich is here, the West Coast Conference Commissioner. Great to have you here, number one.
Thanks, Mark. Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me on.
Great to see you. Welcome back to San Diego. I assume this is one of many trips you've made here?
Yes, I was here a little over a year ago when I was hired as commissioner of the conference, and we had our basketball championships here, and had a great event. USD won the tournament. That was a good part. And then we had two other teams obviously qualify for the NCAA tournament. So it was a big year 2 years ago for the West Coast Conference.
I have to say, I've met two commissioners in my life, Commissioner Bud Selig and now you, and I'm truly honored. Quite a resume. Marketing, fundraising, definite sports guy. You had to grow up a sports fan. What was your love? I mean, you've been involved in a lot of sports.
I've been a basketball fan my whole life, and but I've really been a college sports fan in general most of my life, and that's what I love about the West Coast Conference. We have a great basketball league, but we also have great soccer programs, great volleyball programs. It's really special to be part of a league that has such great institutions that can compete nationally in really whatever we do.
And several representatives of each school are here in town, right, this week?
Yeah, we have our league meetings around this time. These next 3 days, we have all of our athletic directors and senior women's administrators, institutional representatives from each of our schools, and then our presidents actually will come in Wednesday, and we'll meet jointly and talk about a lot of the national issues and issues going on in our conference. It's obviously a challenging time on campus for all of our schools like it is for everybody, so we're trying to think creatively about helping them sustain their programs and build their programs.
Is it kind of like there's a recruiting season in college? Is there a season where you go, okay, I'm going to go to every school within a 4-week period or whatever the case is? What are your travel arrangements like?
We have pretty active travel. We try to get around all the campuses every year, try to do a presentation to athletic directors and our other administrators. I also try to get to the campuses for television games because our television partners are so important, including down here in San Diego with our Cox relationship. So, yeah, we get out a lot. We need to make sure we develop the partnership with our membership and they understand that we're working hard for them.
Visiting with Jamie Zaninovich, the West Coast Conference Commissioner. That's fouled out of play by Tony Gwynn, who flied to left his first time. Always fun to watch the schools develop and the programs develop. And you mentioned USD and their big win. It was fun watching UConn this year, knowing that last year that run got ended very early by USD.
Well, conference-wide, we were certainly very proud of what USD did 2 years ago. And Coach Greer and Kai Snyder, what they're building there is certainly a strong program.
Into left center field, a base hit for Tony Gwynn with 2 down here in the third. Puts the tying run on.
But I think what USD was able to do 2 years ago and beat UConn really shows the power of college athletics. As I understand it, from reading the media from afar, the city of San Diego really came together around USD's run. And there's nothing like March Madness. That's obviously a big piece of what we do in college athletics, and it's a special time. I love talking about it.
It's great, or it's a mystery because growing up in the Midwest, there's still a lot of people out there that don't know that USD is a tremendous academic school, and the football program, the baseball program, the women's program over there. I mean, it's one of those programs that should be more nationally known, and it's great that they've had success in the basketball arena. But years ago, the baseball program wasn't all that. The basketball program was ho hum. So they're getting on the map big time within the last 10 years.
Yeah, like I said, we're proud of all of our programs in the WCC. I think one of the things that makes us unique is we do have smaller private institutions. They're highly integrated. They really share the same value system. That's a strength of ours. The true student-athlete experience is what we're about, and we don't think you have to compromise national competitors.
Tony takes off, but a perfect throw by Ruiz gets him. And the caught stealing ends the inning. Jamie, we appreciate you stopping in and enjoy the rest of your time in San Diego.
Appreciate the time. I hope
Jamie,
the Padres can come back here for everybody. Thanks.
Jamie Zaninovich, the West Coast Conference Commissioner. We finished 3 innings here at Petco. 2-1 Phillies. Which member of the Phillies coaching staff was the first American-born MVP of the Japanese Pacific League?
That's a good question.
It's a great question because I've heard different stories about playing over there. And I know you played in the Orient.
Taiwan.
In Taiwan. Here's Carlos Ruiz with the caught stealing a win to win the third. He leads off the fourth. Ruiz bounced back to the pitcher his first time, swings and pops this out of play right side. I've always heard that with the teams over there, like when runs were being made at the home run record in Japan by different American players, that they would conveniently not get pitched to.
Oh, yeah.
The Japanese did not want to see
Randy
their
Bass.
records broken by Americans. So for an American to win MVP, very impressive.
Yep.
That's into center field. Ruiz with a leadoff base hit, and the leadoff man has been on in every inning for the Phillies.
There's a guy by the name of Randy Bass who spent many years over in Japan, and he was on the verge of breaking the single season home run record. And they pitched around him the last 4 or 5 games of the year. They would not allow him to break that record.
Tuffy Rhodes, didn't he have a chance as well?
I think he had a chance too.
There's a chance for Blanton to bunt Ruiz over. He has 3 sack bunts on the season.
Well, you know, things could be much worse right now. The Phillies leading 2-1 because they, like you said, Mark, leadoff double in the first, left stranded, leadoff double in the second, stranded. And things in the third could get real nasty.
Gets the bunt down, and Hundley gets it to Eckstein. So there's sack bunt number 4 on the season for Blanton. That one going 2-4, and down to second goes Ruiz. Hey, it's time for the Subway $5 footlong fan poll. And our question tonight: should the Padres move in the outfield fences at Petco Park? A, yes, B, no. And text Subway to 269-411 to participate. I'm going to ask you that question, and I'll vote right now. No.
Oh, I got an answer for you.
Rollins takes ball 1.
I'll give my answer after we get the results. Well, it doesn't matter,
Such
right?
a politician.
I think
to Rollins?
I'll give you my answer right now.
What you got?
They should leave him just the way it is.
I agree. I think now perhaps you're starting to see the Padres learn how to develop that home field advantage. Rolled out to Eckstein. And for the first time tonight, Correa retires Rollins, who had doubled and singled his first 2 times up. Over to third goes Ruiz. You know, you being a pitcher, I wouldn't think that you would want the fences to be pulled in anyway.
Well, here's my thinking on the whole thing. I want to see baseball the way it's supposed to be played. The hit and run, incorporate speed in the outfield, hitting behind the runner. Everything is so offensive oriented, offensive minded in baseball these days. You know, the parks where the ball jumps, the balls are livelier, so they say. The strike zone is small. Everything revolves around offense.
Well, here's a Subway question. Should the fences at Citizens Bank Park be pushed back? I'd vote yes for that. Of course, they can't because the way the park is structured. But in theory, not a bad idea. Because there's a lot of cheap home runs going out of that place.
I was having a discussion before the game with Gary Matthews and Jamie Moyer over by the Phillies dugout. And they said Yankee Stadium is a joke.
Wow. That right field is just.
Yeah. And they said if you're a right-handed hitter, even to left field.
That's hit well to center field. Gwynn back and runs it down. Victorino to dead center field, but Tony got 380 from home plate there. That keeps the Phils off the board in the 4th. His coaching staff was the first American-born MVP of the Japanese Pacific League. The answer is Charlie Manuel, 1979, playing for the Kintetsu Buffaloes. Eckstein leading off the bottom of the fourth, takes down low. Manuel's career really took off when he left the U.S. and played in Japan. He was dubbed Aka Oni, or Red Devil, by fans and teammates over in Japan.
You got any stats there on that year?
I do. In 1977, he had 316, 42 homers, 97 RBIs. That's to right field. Waiting on it, Worth makes the catch. When he won it in '79, playing for Kintetsu to become the first American to be named Pacific League MVP, hit 324, 37 homers, 94 RBIs. A year later, he set the record for most home runs by an American with 48.
Wow. Pretty impressive.
Base is empty for Adrian. One out here in the fourth. Grounded out to the first baseman Howard in the first inning, 0 for 1. One from Blanton. Off that inside corner. That is low. 3-1. Adrian today named co-NL Player of the Week along with Ryan Howard. And I guess you can see why they're co. The numbers are pretty similar there.
Photo finish, huh? Congratulations to both players.
And a 5-pitch walk to Adrian with one out here in the fourth.
Hey, congratulations, Adrian. No, congratulations, Ryan. You had a good week. No, you had a good week. All right.
Cleanup hitter Scott Hairston. He singled and scored the San Diego run in the second. 2-1 Phillies leading here. The first one fouled off. Scotty getting a chance to play against the right-handed starting pitchers. He had only .224 against righties last season. Comes in hitting .282 against righties this year. Over below, a ball and a strike.
I think Blanton may have got a little squeezed on that last pitch. That's that two-seamer he tries to bring back on the outside corner. Good for Scotty Hairston.
One just off the inside edge. 2 balls and a strike.
Tracks like that one.
Will Hahn like that one. It makes it 2-2. Maybe a little low. Let's take a look at tracks again.
It's a strike.
A 3-2 pitch to Hairston. Phillies leading 2-1. They've out-hit the Padres 6-3. Phillies have stranded 6 men on base. Padres have yet to leave a base runner. So in many ways, the Padres are fortunate to only be down a run right here. Tying run at first, 1 out. Another 3-2. Strikes out Hairston. 4 Ks for Blanton, who struck out 3 in a row. Last batter of the second and the first 2 of the third.
Well, if you're just missing with the fastball, Blanton feels comfortable with the breaking ball 3-2. Brings it out of the zone. Cabio, first pitch changeup.
Sported foul to the left, strike 1. Bryant singling to right at the second. Past Blanton, Utley going for the tag of Adrian, gets it to end the inning. Padres strand their first base runner at the end of 4, trail 2-1.
Mid-game recap brought to you by Murray Lampert Construction. If you're looking for a company that'll give you a great value, call my friends at Murray Lampert. Dedicated to 100% customer satisfaction since 1975. Log on to murraylampert.com. Call Greg Cantor. Next order up for me is Rosetta Stone.
Got conundrum, but customer was a little too much.
Yeah, customer. I was trying to rush it, and you know, just like pitching, when I tried to rush it, I got into trouble. I left everything up.
There's a lesson to be learned right there.
Just got to slow it down a little bit.
Like John Wooden would always say, be quick, but don't hurry.
Exactly.
Utley has an RBI single and has also popped to third. Deep right.
Come on.
If it's fair, it's out of here. Home run. 12th of the year for Chase Utley, and it's 3-1 Philadelphia. Padres fan throws that one back out onto the field. It comes all the way almost to the mound.
And we don't condone that because you might hit one of your own guys out there. And this ball is down and in, and Utley just tees it up and golfs it out of here. He went, look at that ball is below the knees, at the knees. Maybe. And still plenty of room to spare there going down the right field line. Wow.
Second RBI of the game for Utley, and a 2-run lead for the Phillies.
The Ryan Howard shift. David Eckstein, shallow right, the rover.
Cruz is basically playing shortstop.
Yeah.
A 2-0.
I'll tell you what, Ryan Howard can hit a chopper down the third baseline and probably come to a halt before anybody touches it.
Two-one from Correa. 3-1. Nobody out in the Phillies' fifth. That's to center field and deep. Gwynn back at the fence, and it's out of here. Way out of here. 15th of the year for Howard. He goes back-to-back with Utley, and it's 4-1 Philadelphia.
Pretty good 3-4 punch, huh? And when I mean punch, extension. Ryan Howard going out and getting it. Looks like where Kevin wanted to maybe backdoor a slider. And Ryan Howard knew that he got that one.
Clay Meredith gets up in the San Diego bullpen. First RBI for Ryan Howard.
The ball went up near the plaques on center field.
Good thing the Honda dealer pregame show wasn't going on, or Weisbarth may have gotten struck. Quiz. Ibanez off that. Trying to make a catch, sliding to his right. That is a base hit for Ibanez, his second of the game.
You know what? They're going to rule that a single, but believe you me, David Eckstein will be the first guy to say, you know what, I have to make that play. That's just Eck talking, and that's a very makeable play for Eck. He'll be the first to say that also. And he feels bad because he didn't get the out for his pitcher.
Still nobody out in the fifth. Jason Worth. Looks the ball went up high. Walked to the third prior to that, grounded out. Correa pours in a strike. Coming up on 90 pitches. Howard's home run, by the way, estimated at 426 feet. Jammed him. And Worth fans. Correa is now fan 4.
Fastball in on the fist. That looks like a four-seamer. Just blew it right by him. Once again, good location for Kevin.
5 punch outs for Correa. And Phillies, who is one of those strikeout victims, takes to the dirt. Hundley corralling it, keeping Ibanez at first.
You mentioned also earlier that the Philadelphia Phillies, they rank first in the National League in home runs. So that's a big part of their game. '71 home runs now for the Fightins.
Playing in their 49th game of the season. Eckstein diving. He was cheating up the middle and can't get to it. Ibanez takes the turn. He'll go to third, throw there. And that allows Phillies to go down to second. The fourth Phillies hit of the inning.
Just out of the reach is this ball. He wanted it down, but he got it up. And David Eckstein, as you mentioned, Mark, was over towards second base. Brian tries to make an attempt in the short hop to get the runner. And with that being thrown to third base, Phillies moves up an extra 90 feet.
Well, they'll walk Ruiz to bring up the pitcher. The pitcher spot is due up fourth in the bottom of the inning for the Padres.
We really would like to keep Phillies at first base, keep the double play in order. Now they're going to load him up for the pitcher, Blanton.
All 4-2 Ruiz. Here comes Bud. Four and a third innings for Correa. This pitching change. You can see the new CTSV now in stock at your local San Diego Cadillac dealer. Clay Meredith will come on to replace Correa. StreamYard today. Visit rcpblock.com. In comes Clay Meredith.
Well, the bases are FOP, full of Phillies, and Clay Meredith's job is to try to roll a grounder to get out of this mess. and probably, hopefully, get a double play. Now, the thing is, Clay with that low buggy whip, sidewinding action, the one thing that you have to think about is a ground ball, obviously, right? But with that said, you get that sinker down and in. You know, there's a challenge. With a pitcher up at the plate, here's what I've always felt. With a pitcher like Meredith and a pitcher up, you get a lot of choppers, rollers out in front of home plate or down the third base line.
Phillies leading 4-1. And the bases loaded. With one out and a strike to Blanton, who walked leading off the third and scored and sacrificed in the fourth. Taking a rip, 0-2. Well, he gets the strikeout. We're out number 2. But if you're the Phillies, that's not the worst thing that could happen.
Right. Right.
Because you still give your top of the order a chance here now with 2 outs and Jimmy Rollins.
Well, I think this will be a good confidence builder for Clay Meredith coming in this situation with the bases loaded and 1 out. Now he gets the punch out because it's been kind of a thorn in the side or in the paw of Clay, allowing inherited runners to score. I mean, no reliever likes to come in and give up other guys' runs. And this will be a big pick-me-up for Clay Meredith. And those numbers are prior to the last batter that he has faced. So 1 out away from leaving him loaded.
Facing Rollins, who has doubled, singled, scored a run, and grounded out.
See, now, a statistic like that could be a little misleading, too. Because what type of hits were they? Were they gappers? Were they infield singles?
As far as giving up those runs.
Were they home runs? You know? Statistically speaking, when you look at the numbers, obviously not good.
And also situation. Did he inherit runner at third, nobody out?
Or did he inherit bases loaded, nobody out?
Right.
I mean, that's tough to get out of if you're Warren Spahn.
Right center field. Gwynn backpedaling is there. And Meredith inherits 3 and leads all 3. Phillies get 2, though, on the back-to-back homers from Utley and Howard. They now lead it 4-1.
San Diego County, Sunday, June 7th. Enjoy great food, music, and drinks. You get a rose, ladies, when you come to this venue at Valley View. Dance in the aisles, great food, and you know who else is coming later? Pat Benatar, Randy Travis, and the Beach Boys. Hey, catch a wave. You'll be sitting on top of the world at Valley View Casino.
Beach Boys. No better harmonies than the Beach Boys. Kuz leading off last of the 5th. Belts it to center field. Victorino sinking and knocks it down. Lost it for a moment. Kuz a wide turn and slams on the brakes. That'll go as a leadoff single.
Squares up and nicely and going up the center of the diamond. You can see with the bat action of Kuz, looks like he put some serious topspin on that baseball. And luckily for Victorino, he keeps it in front of him. Too bad that ball didn't scoot by him.
There's Nick Hundley. Gladden didn't get the call off that outside corner. Nick called out on strikes in the second. Still a lot of baseball to play here, and even though the Phillies have out-hit the Padres 10-4, that's to left center field. Ibanez racing in, sliding and makes the catch. I don't know why, but I'm getting deja vu. I've seen Raul Ibanez make that type of catch, it seems like, a lot of different times.
Remember you mentioned earlier, Pat Burrell was out there for the Phillies for a long, long time, but not only do they add offense with Raul Ibanez, but defense as well. He's going to take away a lot of hits out there and left.
He's got a lot more room to cover at Petco Park than he does at his home ballpark. In left field, anyway.
Yep.
Shortstop Josh Wilson. Point I was going to make, though, here the Padres, they've won 10 straight home games. For them to extend that streak, they're going to have to rally tonight. But they're fortunate to be only down 3 with a lot of baseball to play here.
Yeah.
0-2. Josh, a strikeout victim of Blanton back in the 3rd inning. Wow. Let's see where that one missed. Maybe outside? A little bit.
A little bit.
That one definitely away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looped out right center field. Victorino makes the catch, and he's got Kuz way off of first. Throw back in. He got in. That throw was offline just enough that Kuz was able to slide in head first and keep the inning alive.
Boy, look at Victorino just covering some serious real estate out there in center field, catching it, and then the play's right in front of him. Now, Howard has to come off the bag. Wonder why he didn't have his foot on the bag. Maybe it was a little bit too far off. But now the race is on. But you know, see Howard, he blocked the bag a little bit. I wonder if Kuz got his other hand in there on time.
Yeah, I thought perhaps he could have kind of stretched.
Yeah.
I mean,
because it's a force
put
play.
A tag on, yeah. He didn't have to tag him.
I think the ball was a little bit too far up the first base line, maybe. He got his hand in there, but remember, it's a force play, and the throw may have been just a little bit too far inside towards the pitcher's mound.
Edgar Gonzalez pinch hitting for Meredith. Clay goes 2/3 of an inning, inherited 3 base runners and stranded all 3. Roller up the third base side is foul. 4 1/3 innings for Correa. 4 earned runs, 10 hits, 3 walks, 1 was intentional in 5 Ks. 2/3 of an inning with a strikeout for Meredith. Edgar fouls it back.
Edgar needs a hanging fastball right here.
Make this a one-run game.
I love that term, hanging fastball. You know, we always hear about the hanging curveball, the hanging slider. Oh, you can hang a fastball now. Just ask yours truly.
Leave it somewhere it shouldn't be.
Yeah. Maybe belt buckle high. Middle in.
.72 pitches so far for Blanton. Breaks his bat and a fly ball to Victorino. A hit at a man left on, and the Padres have now stranded 2. At the end of 5 for Petco Park, Philadelphia 4, San Diego 1. Take pictures of Scott Hairston and all your favorite Padres at the Padres Photo Day presented by Sony. New pitchers, the southpaw, Joe Thatcher.
And a, what's the word I should look for? A plethora?
It's a good word.
Maybe
many?
A couple, maybe a few. After Shane Victorino is going to be turned around to the right side, Utley, Howard, and Ibanez lefties. So Joe Thatcher, the situational left-hander, with a 3-run deficit.
So a plethora of lefties coming up after the switch hitters, what you're getting at?
I don't know what a plethora is.
Just means many, a lot?
So like a couple is 2, a few is 3. Plethora 4?
It could
5,
be more
6?
than that. Outside the Victorino, ball and a strike. Part of the order, though, for the Phillies here in the 6th. Victorino 1 for 3 with an RBI single and pulls it, hits it foul past third. An RBI base hit in the 3rd. Knocked in the 1st Phillies run of the night. The Flying Hawaiian's got his fans here.
Nice. Go Shane, and that's his number 8. They're so fired up, aren't they? Look at, they're just beside themselves. Mai Tais.
Foul back. What if they're actually from the islands, or they're just over here?
I think it's just comical. That one is just standing there just clapping nonstop. The one on the right. The one lady in the back's got a good view of the flying Hawaiian sign.
3-2 to center field, and Gwynn now towards right center. That ball fading, but caught by Tony. And they can put the side down for a while. Coors Light Freeze Cam. Chase Utley in his last AB went yard.
Question: how does he keep this ball fair?
Takes some kind of hands, huh?
Yeah, well, it does, and it's, you know, not the hands. Without getting too technical here, when a guy hooks one foul, the bat head is way out in front of the hands. Does that make sense? Whereas the hands come through with the head of the bat, therefore he hits it and the ball stays fair. It's kind of hard to describe, but I think you get the idea.
It takes good hands, and Chase Utley has those. Home run. Knocked in 2. You know, during the off season, when he came down with an injury, this was about the time of year that Utley was supposed to return.
Oh, that's right.
Right about June 1st.
That's right.
And of course, he began the season not on the disabled list, but active.
Now here's what I mean. See where he makes contact out in front? Now if he catches the ball out in front a little bit more, obviously he's going to hook it foul. I think by his hands coming through as much as they did, if his hands were back more, he's catching it more out in front, that means he would hook it more foul.
So a lot of it is in the wrist as well. It's not
in the wrist, it's in the hands, where the hands follow the bat head. Goes a home run. He's good. I guarantee you that a lot of guys would hook that foul.
Bounces it out to Adrian. For the second out of the 6th. All right, Howard and Utley went back-to-back in the 5th inning. Well, that's off the end of the bat. And he hits it 400, almost 430 feet. His 15th home run of the season. Padres got the game's first run in the 2nd when Kuzminov grounded into a double play with Hairston scoring. But since then, all Phillies, 2 in the 3rd, then the 2 in the 5th on the back-to-back homers. You know, when Thatcher got Victorino here to begin the 6th, that's the first time tonight that the Phillies have not had the leadoff man reach base.
Yep.
Rip and a miss, 2 balls and a strike. Fouled back. Joe Thatcher, the 3rd San Diego pitcher. Last pitched on Friday in Denver, 2/3 of an inning with 1 hit.
Attaboy.
Howard fans for a 3rd time. And Thatcher shuts down the Phillies in order in the 6th. Top of the order coming up for San Diego. Wants it in the air, coming in Howard, and makes the catch. One pitch, one out. Big appetite, small budget, satisfy both with Sequan Casino's incredible all-you-can-eat prime rib buffet, now for only $10. Up comes Eckstein.
Well, you kind of like the idea of maybe with the possibility of a push bunt getting on base, and you got Eckstein, maybe you can put something on, and then you've got the big boys, Adrian Gonzalez coming up, and Hairston. But Tony just got underneath that one and popped it up. Saved by the bell. Oh, I get it.
The Heath Bell fan club?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Very cool. Got some fan clubs surfacing.
I like the retro lid, too.
You know, Heath Bell's cousin
is in Josh and Drake.
Drake and Josh.
Did I get it reversed?
Yeah. Drake and Josh. I forgot which one he is. It's on Nickelodeon, right?
Correct.
Look at the Fryer guy. He's like kind of hanging around, wanting to join in, and they're like, they want no part of it. It's like, there's no way you can play our reindeer games. So he's taking a hike.
That grounds it out to first. Another put out for Ryan Howard.
Is it Drake Bell?
That's what it is. Cousin.
Yeah, they even got, I think they got Bell and number 20. Tell them to turn around. If you're watching at home, tell them to turn around. We want to see what's on the back.
If anything. Adrian takes down and in. Left center, stay up, stay up. Major League leading, number 21 for Adrian Gonzalez, and it's 4-2. Thought that one may have had too much topspin, but it spun right out of here in his fourth home run in his last 5 games.
With the way this ball came off the bat, I didn't think it maybe had a chance to get out towards the 401 sign. I thought it was going to at least hit off the wall. but it just kept going and going. Boy, that's into the front row. Once again, an opposite field home run. A Gonzo shot. A 1-0 pitch.
Scotty rolls it up the third baseline, foul. 41st RBI for Adrian Gonzalez.
Gonzo going oppo. Home run 6, 15 road home runs for Adrian Gonzalez.
And he's made it a 2-run game. 389. And he needed all 389 of it to get it out to that particular part of the ballpark. Oh! Left field! Is it back to back? You bet! 8th of the year for Scott Hairston, and just like that, we've got ourselves a 1-run game. Three homers in his last 3 games.
You know when you hear that sound, that certain sound, that was the sound off the bat of Scott Hairston. That ball off the facade of the upper tank on the line, yo.
Padres going back-to-back for the first time this season. The Phillies doing it earlier in the game with Utley and Howard. Giles gets under it. Towering pop fly in shallow right center is caught by Chase Utley to end the inning.
So put 2 notches in your shillelagh if you're watching at home.
Some 2-out magic from Adrian and Hairston. First it was Adrian. Then it was Scotty. And it's a 1-run game at the end of 6. Padres.com today. Wave and a miss by Ibanez. I know the All-Star game's over a month away, but if Adrian continues at the pace that he's at, I don't care if he's 5th, 6th, 10th in the voting. He's going to get to St. Louis. He's
Absolutely.
got to.
Oh, yeah, he's going to get voted in, one way picked in, whatever.
But don't let that deter you, fans. Vote.
No.
Continue to vote for him.
Absolutely.
Because he certainly deserves it. Ibanez takes down and in. He single, doubled, and struck out. 4-3 Phillies here in the 7th. Second inning of work for Thatcher. That's lifted in the air to the right side, and Eckstein says he wants this.
Joe Thatcher doing a fine job starting last inning, the 6th inning, 1-2-3. And Joe knows after being recalled from Portland, it's games like this where he needs a goose egg up there, but more importantly, getting those left-handers out like he did. Chase Utley and Ryan Howard, and now getting Ibanez to pop up.
Utley, by the way, a very big one, because Utley's actually hit really well against lefties in his career.
I think he hits well against anybody.
True, but
no, but I know what you're saying.
Worth takes out of his own 2-0. There's a walk sandwiched in between a ground out and a strikeout. There's a strike call. Phillies have out hit the Padres 10-6. Phillies have stranded 9 on base. Padres have left only 2, but it's just a 1-run difference here in the 7th. Broken bat roller. Kuz inhales it, throws it on the first, low but out, 2 away.
I love that sound.
Oh, you're such a pitcher.
Love that sound. Sawing somebody off, getting a grounder.
Remember to tune in for tomorrow's pregame show, brought to you by the Honda dealers of San Diego County. Easy on gas and easy on the planet. Stop by one of our 9 dealerships today. 6:30 tomorrow night. Anderson getting loose for San Diego.
You know what? It's bullpens like this, like the Padres have had lately, that end up winning you ball games when you have an early deficit. Come in the game and shut them down like they've been doing in the month of May. Remember, the Phillies are 15th in ERA in the National League.
Thatcher has faced 6 and retired 6. Time to stretch at Petco. 4-3.
That kid, he's got a bat in his hand. He's dreaming about being a big leaguer someday. He's got his glove. Oh, that was a person in front of him with a bat. Maybe was that a guy on deck? I don't know if you're allowed to bring bats into the ballpark. The kid wants a foul ball. There's Ty.
Hey, Ty.
Hey, Ty on the back of his jersey.
Kuzmanov leading off. Behind third, Phillies, and the throw across the diamond. 1 pitch, 1 out in the last of the 7th. Phillies and Padres opening up this 3-game series tonight. The team with the best road winning percentage in the major leagues, the Phillies, 16-6 on the road this year, against the team, the Padres, who have won 10 straight here at Petco.
I think are they having an instant recess out there? A little Friar fit.
Yes.
You won't find me out there. There they go.
A 1-1 to Nick. Omni fan in the 2nd and fly to left in the 5th. Nick steps out. I think he is questioning what the count was. Now understands what it was Bill Hahn was saying. A ball and 2 strikes. A strikeout, 2 gone. Five Ks for Blanton.
Well, Blanton has rebounded nicely after the back-to-back home runs in the 6th. Doesn't seem to have any problem late locating that slider down and away. 92 pitches for Joe Blanton.
Shortstop Wilson takes a strike. Hey, speaking of shortstop, Everett Cabrera is going to begin a rehab assignment tomorrow with Lake Elsinore. And where's Lake Elsinore playing? Right here at Petco Park at 2:30 tomorrow. Minor league game first at 2:30, Lake Elsinore, Rancho Cucamonga. And the Phillies and Padres after that. So you can enjoy a doubleheader tomorrow. That's a fly ball to right field. Blanton sets the Friars down in order for the first time since the 1st inning. Eighth inning baseball from Petco Park. Phillies have a 1-run lead, and into the game for the Padres is Luke Gregerson.
You know what I like about the bullpen guys? Seems like when the game is late, it's tight either way. Whatever way the game is swinging, in your favor or a 1-run deficit here. Seems like Luke Gregerson, Edward Mujica, Burke, these guys are starting to feel very comfortable in these roles, which is a good thing. Luke Gregerson realizes, hey, we've got 2 more chances. If I can hold him here, there's a slight chance that I could possibly get a win for this ball club, as Edward Mujica is on the front row out there in the bullpen, watching his compadre work.
8-9-1 for the Phillies in the 8th. Ruiz has singled and also been intentionally walked, 1 for 2. Sounded like he broke his bat there, but that's carrying out towards right center field and caught by Gwynn. Pitcher spot due up. We'll have a pinch hitter for Blanton. And a left-handed hitter coming up, Greg Dobbs. Dobbs 3 for 23 as a pinch hitter. Takes up high for ball 1.
That's a strike, but anyway.
Think Trax would have backed you up there, Mud?
I don't know, but you know, it's one baseball above the belt buckle. I see no problem with calling a strike. A lot of guys hit that pitch out of the ballpark. A lot of guys get that pitch, they swing, they foul it back, and they want that pitch back so they can send it out of the ballpark.
That's hit well to the alley in left center field, and it's trouble. Hairston can't cut it off. Picked up on the warning track, and Dobbs is at second with a pinch hit double. Hit number 11 for the Phillies.
It's a good job, Dobbs, taking that ball the other way, splitting the left center field gap. He's a good hitter.
That ends a string of 9 in a row retired by Padres pitching. Top of the order. Shortstop Jimmy Rollins. Double came leading off the game. He singled and scored in the 3rd. Phillies by a run in the 8th. Breaking ball drops low. Swung over the top of it. 2 balls and a strike. Phillies tonight 2 for 15 with runners in scoring position. They've stranded 9 men on base. Right field hit sharply, but Giles back. He has it, tagging Dobbs. He's going to advance to 3rd, and will be there with 2 down. Shane Victorino. The flying Hawaiian has singled in a run, 1 for 4.
That's a huge run over there at third base. Well, if the Padres can keep it a 4-3 game. We've got a lefty warming up in the bullpen. The Padres will see a lefty next half inning.
Strike one. Center field, shallow, and it drops in for a base hit. It scores Dobbs, and all the way to second base goes Victorino. Nobody there covering, and it's 5-3 Philadelphia.
And you know what? Shane Victorino saw that whole play develop in front of him. Eckstein was giving chase, Wilson giving chase, nobody at second base. Way out in front of it. A good pitch by Gregerson.
He turns it into a double, and here's Chase Utley.
You know, as a pitcher, I'm looking at that play. That's a play where possibly the pitcher has to cover second base. Because, you know, you let go of the ball, you're a fielder, right? You can see the play develop. You're seeing that nobody's manning the bag. You can help yourself out a little bit and run towards the play and cover second base. Or sometimes a trailer, you know, like the first baseman trails down.
Right. Yeah, somebody's got to get there.
Right. I think it's more of maybe the pitcher's responsibility to cover second base there.
Our MLB leaderboard presented by Avalanche Heating and Cooling. Your comfort is our priority. Look at the most RBIs this season in the National League. Ibanez, Adrian, Ryan Howard coming up here has won tonight on a solo home run.
Little scouting report from Jared Balsley to Luke Gregerson. Now remember, how did Correa get Ryan Howard out tonight?
Breaking ball.
Breaking ball. And when he got 2 strikes, he went with the curveball. The home run was something out over the plate. So soft stuff in, off the plate. Obviously to get the 2 strikes to get the strikeout. You got to get the 2 strikes.
The Phillies have tacked on a run here in the 8th and have 2 on, 2 outs. Strike on the inside corner with that breaking ball. Off the outside part at 92 miles per hour. 3 strikeouts tonight for Howard, but also a about 430-foot home run in the 5th to center field. Ryan Howard playing in his 326th consecutive game. That's the longest active streak in the major leagues. Ryan Howard and Adrian Gonzalez were the only 2 players in the National League to play all 162 last year. Good pitch there. Back to that slider on the inside corner.
First pitch breaking ball down and in. Look at Gregerson, just goes right back in there. It's like Ryan Howard very susceptible to the breaker in and off the plate.
Howard fans for a 4th time. The Phillies do muster a run.
That was beautiful. That's either Garth from Wayne's World or possibly one of the Hanson brothers from Slapshot. Party on, Wayne.
Coach, where's my quarter? Good pitcher, lefty Scott Air.
Fastball, slider, change, and a curve from Scott Air.
9-1-2. Headley pinch hitting, leading off. Batting right-handed, takes a strike. Five runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Phillies. 3-6-0 for San Diego. Phillies have stranded 11. Padres have left 2. Here misses low. Headley, then Gwynn and Eckstein in the San Diego 8th. Got him looking. Scott Air has been a thorn in the Padres' side in his career. Bud Black wouldn't like the call. Let's take another look. Ooh.
Too close to take. 2 strikes. I don't know.
Scott Air has a 1.62 ERA in 45 career games against the Padres. Has not allowed a run to San Diego since July 3rd of 2005. He has 15 straight scoreless appearances against the Padres. Tony 1 for 3. Looks at it outside. A ball and a strike. Tried to bunt his way on last time, but popped out to the first baseman, Ryan Howard. Out in front, a ball and 2 strikes.
Remember, we were talking to Tony Gwynn Sr. up in the booth before the game. He kind of said one of the things he'd like to see Tony try to do is trying to use the whole field a little bit more rather than trying to pull baseballs and take that pitch the opposite way.
Takes that to shallow right center field and caught over the shoulder. Basket grab, Chase Utley.
That guy's unbelievable. He gets 300. He hits 30 home runs. He drives in over 100. He makes great defensive plays. Great concentration. He took that one off the chest, it looked like, huh?
Yeah, I think he kind of trapped him either the heel of the glove or the chest was where it hit first. 2 outs for Eckstein. Even has a 6-game hitting streak on the line possibly right here. 0 for 3 tonight.
Well, the thing that you have to look at, and it's frustrating right now for the Padres, but Houston beat Colorado 4-1. The Diamondbacks are beating the Dodgers 2-0 in the 7th. So it'll be nice for the Padres to pull one out here tonight.
And if they can do it, you'd almost feel like you stole a game here because the Phillies really have had chances to blow this one open.
Oh, yeah.
Phillies up by 2 here with 2 outs in the last of the 8th.
You know, you make a good point because Kevin Correa went 4-30. He gave up 10 hits, but he gave up 4 runs. But he kept him in the game. It wasn't like he gave up a huge inning. It could have been much worse. in that third inning when they left them loaded. They scored 2.
They gave up 2 home runs, the back-to-back homers by Utley and Howard, but didn't give up, say, a 2-run home run, a 3-run shot, where you get absolutely bare.
And another thing, you look at that third inning, they were all singles, and Kevin walked 2, but he struck out the side. Threw some good breaking balls tonight too to power hitter Ryan Howard. Ibanez, he pitched well.
Flared out to right. Worth is there. Ayers sets the Padres down in order of the 8th. This game moving to the 9th at Petco with the Phillies leading it by 2. $12 for any Friday through Sunday regular season home game. Get your tickets early and save by going online to Padres.com. 9th inning, 5-3 Phils, and the new pitcher for San Diego's Greg Burke.
Good numbers in the short time that Greg Burke has been in a Friar uniform. Nasty sinker, a slider, and a split finger fastball. He's got some work to do here, facing Ibanez, Wirth, and Phillies due up for the fighting Phils.
Ibanez, 2 hits with 4 at bats, takes a strike. Burke is the 5th San Diego pitcher of the game, following Correa, Meredith, Thatcher, and Gregerson. Greg Burke is from the Philadelphia area.
Yeah, right across the bridge.
Yeah, Gloucester Catholic High School in New Jersey. Born in Camden.
I think it's the Walt Whitman Bridge, right?
I believe you're correct. You know your Philly landmark.
Broken bat.
And it's out to short. Wilson getting Ibanez for the first down of the 9th.
That's what that sinker will do.
Burke gets the leadoff man. Well, the Phillies put the leadoff man on base in each of the first 5 innings. Have not put the leadoff man on since then. Right fielder Jason Wirth chops it foul past third. Brad Lidge up in the bullpen for the Phillies. Perfect last year in save opportunities. Has not been perfect this year. Has been battling injury. The streak, of course, ended against the Padres in Philadelphia in April. Lidge 12 saves, 4 blown saves. The short, sinking, and snagged by Josh Wilson. We're looking ahead to the Padres night. It's Adrian, Hairston, and Giles. Kuzminoff, who had a big home run off of Lidge in that blown save in Philadelphia back in April, due up 4th in the inning. Burke will try to send it to the bottom of the ninth. Still a 2-run game, and Feliz looks at strike 1. Reaching, he fouls it back. Padres scored first, 1 in the second. Cruz grounded into a double play. Hairston scored, but the Phillies 2 in the third. Back-to-back singles by Victorino and Utley. Then they got the back-to-back homers from Utley and Howard in the 5th to lead 4-1. Then the Friars got back-to-back homers from Adrian and Hairston in the 6th. They made it a 1-run game. Phillies getting a run in the 8th on Victorino's RBI double. A 1-2 from Burke. See you later. Burke sets him down in order. Brad Lidge will come on for the Phillies to try to close it out. Adrian will lead off for San Diego. The Phillies, though the Reds would earn a 4-2 win. We're into the bottom of the ninth. Phillies will stay with the lefty Air to face left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez to begin the ninth.
You're lefty on lefty here. Take your chances that way.
5-3 Phillies. Adrian takes a first pitch strike.
You know, we've consistently seen pitchers pitch Adrian away. Ruiz was set up in the inside corner there, and that was the first pitch. You know, Adrian's going to be taking, but let's see if he counters. and tries to pitch Adrian inside here rather than giving him left field.
Takes high. Adrian hit his major league leading 21st homer in the 6th, just getting it out to left center into the first row. Hairston followed that with a home run. Scott due up second here in the 9th. Here's the 1-1 from Air.
No, come on now.
Big sweeper. Bill Hahn, the plate umpire, calls it a strike. Bears set the side down in order in the 8th, facing Adrian Gonzalez beginning the bottom of the 9th. Adrian asked for time. Gonzalez, Hairston, and Giles. It is low and a full count.
Well, get that tying run up to the plate.
Padres need a base runner to have a chance. Down by 2 in the 9th.
Well, this is Air's last hitter regardless.
Lidge ready in the Phillies bullpen with a right-hander. Hairston due up next. 3-2 to Adrian. High, ball 4. A leadoff walk. Out comes Charlie Manuel, and we'll see Brad Lidge. This pitching change brought to you by San Diego Harley-Davidson, where we are always country first. Lidge coming on for Philadelphia.
Well, he's one of the game's best, no doubt. A fastball and a slider. He relies on his slider quite a bit. And when you look back to last year in 70 and a third innings pitched, of course he was perfect, but he can still get a little erratic sometimes. 13 walks this year in 23 and a third. About 92 to 96 on the fastball.
Four blown saves on the season. His first coming April 18th against the Padres up in Philadelphia. The last May 24th, he blew back-to-back save chances against the Yankees in interleague play. Picked up the save in his last appearance yesterday against Washington. Hairston's the tying run at the plate. 5-3 Philadelphia. Bottom of the ninth. Breaking ball, strike one. Hairston went deep in the sixth. Right after Adrian had gone yard, Scott pulled one out to left field. First time the Friars have gone back to back. Scott's now homered in 3 consecutive games. Gets under it, high fly left center. Ibanez makes the catch. Just missed that one.
You bet he did. And Scotty knows it. Just got underneath that one a little bit. High fastball just above the belt buckle, and Scott just can't get enough top hand on it, and he knew it.
He came within a fraction of tying this game up.
Absolutely.
Inside to Giles. Ryan 1 for 3 with a single in the second. That gets by Ruiz. Adrian taken off. Throw down there and came off the bag. He's called out. Adrian just glared at Paul Immel, and now Bud comes out.
Adrian's saying something about him pushing him off. His foot was on. That's what I read Adrian saying. His foot was on the bag, and then he pushed him off. Have to take another look. Oh, you know what? He may have pushed him off. He's on the bag, on the bag.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And then you know what? Adrian's got a gripe. Rollins momentum there pushes him off the bag. He's got a legitimate gripe. This tells it all. On the bag, switches feet, on the bag, and then Rollins pushes him off.
Yep, that's
clearly.
That view says it all.
Absolutely.
He absolutely got pushed off the base by Rollins. But I'll say this. I don't think it was malicious. Is that the right word? Intentional for Rollins. But he got away with it there.
He did get away with it. Gets the bag. Applies the tag.
Oh, yeah. Well, I might take that back.
Yeah.
He leaned him to him pretty good. Popped up. There's Rollins, and just like that, this game's over. Well, that's going to leave a bitter taste in the mouth of the Padres. Lidge gets the save. And the Phillies take game 1 of this 3-game series, 5-3. That snaps the Padres' home winning streak at 10 in a row. Phillies win it. We'll come back to Petco Park.